A lot of competition in your room this year, Coach Phillips. How have those guys, kind of come along throughout camp so far, and what are you seeing from your personnel group?
I mean, those guys are doing great. I mean, they're coming along well. I think the biggest thing we wanted to form was chemistry. And I think we've been able to do that. I mean, a lot of guys were added since the spring, so we had a couple of additions come in since the spring, and the main thing with me was chemistry. And those guys are starting to do that. They understand, just like you guys had a conversation with Sal, it's a unit. No one man can do it by himself. So we all got to work together. We've got to make sure that we don't affect the integrity of the route by not doing our job individually and do it collectively. So they've been doing a good job of that.
One of the guys that didn't get here until fall, Will Sheppard, was a very productive player in the SEC. What have you seen from him as he's adjusted to his first few weeks in Boulder?
I've seen everything that we anticipated seeing when we brought him in here. He has a level of physicality coming from the SEC that we desperately need in that room. And obviously his experience is the biggest thing. Guy played a lot of football, so he has something to add to the room as far as knowledge and experience. So he's been doing that role. He's got very strong hands. So we're just excited about him being here and just put him in the mix with all the other guys that we have and just letting his talent speak for itself.
How do you balance, having a set group of guys that are your starters, if you will, versus making sure that, all these guys get opportunities?
I don't balance that. They do. If they play well and they're productive and their assignment perfect, then they determine who plays for me. So that's the one thing that we preach on a daily basis, and they understand that. So, I mean, it's easy, and those guys need to learn to love each other, right? Because the chemistry, again, is the most important thing in the room. But as a coach, I'm going to put the best players out there. They know that. They believe that. And obviously, they all work to be the best player.
How many guys do you think could be rotating in for you?
Anywhere from 6 to 8.
How much is Travis playing wide receiver during fall camp?
He's playing as much receiver as he's played last fall camp, last summer. So Travis is doing a lot. Travis is a very headsy guy, understands the game on both sides of the ball. So we're utilizing his talents like we've always had. So, I mean, we split him and share it, and he goes on defense for a couple reps, comes on offense for a few reps. So he's been able to do that consistently, so there's no issues there.
What has that experience been like, coaching Travis?
Pleasurable. I mean, one of the most pleasurable guys, one of the greatest guys I've ever been around as a player. I mean, as a coach, just having a player like that understands the game. Basically, he understands your position. He understands what you're trying to get out of him, and he wants more. He comes to work every day looking for more. I think the biggest question the scouts has, how do you coach him? And my answer to those guys, coach him, because he's coachable. He's a joy to be around. He's a great kid on the field, off the field. He's great for the room. Everybody understands and realize his talent. So everybody wants to play to that level, which it's been great. It's been remarkable.
Seems like you see from your young guys enjoy a lot of camp.
Young guys, the experience for those guys, I mean, obviously they're tremendous football players, came in here with a lot of hype. That hasn't been disappointing because they've embraced this opportunity like I've never seen any other freshmen before at other places I've been. It's just a matter of them getting comfortable within their own skins and learning the schemes and the things that we're doing. So, their future will be bright. Just right now, they're on the right track right now as far as learning and then adapting to college football.
Seems like Terrell Timmons is a guy who's flashed a little bit in camp. What have you seen from him? What's maybe allowed him to kind of stand out early in fall camp?
His availability. I mean, I think right now with Terrell is one of the things coming in here. He knew the room was going to be deep, so that we all did. But he understands his role, and he's embraced his role. And he's working hard, and he's a great addition to obviously Will and Travis on the outside. So we'll be rotating those guys quite a bit. But I'm impressed with his progression, the way he's progressed over spring, this summer, and what he's doing so far in fall camp. But he's doing a great job.
Coach, what can you say about the leadership within this unit and how you are shaping these young men off the field?
Well, the leadership is, obviously is in the room with the experience that we have, and obviously Coach Prime has always, dictated to us as coaches, have a relationship with these guys. So we do a lot of things off the field. We have conversations in our meeting room about life situations because all this stuff is parallel. Football and life, they all go together, right? So, if they understand that and get out of get out their own way, so to speak, and just come to work every day with a work ethic and commitment and a dedication, things have been going great in that regard. The leadership, I would say LaJonte is doing a great job from that standpoint. Obviously, we got some guys in there that just lead by example, and Travis being one of them.
What do you think the benefits are of practicing down in Denver on Friday night underneath lights in front of a crowd?
I'm used to a crowd. I mean, I love the heat. I mean, I love what the expectations. I love the lights, and these guys, they all came here with that expectation and expecting that, and so we're hopeful that doesn't affect these guys. I don't think it will. But, Friday night under the lights, there's no better place you'd rather be. That's why we've all played college sports. That's why as coaches, You know, all of us have our backgrounds coming from high college levels, NFLs, and so we want these guys to experience that. Why not right here in Bowling? Why not?
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Well,